represent the International Association of Students in Agricultural and Related Sciences, which is the oldest student association in the field of agriculture worldwide, and the biggest actually. It holds about 10,000 students all over the world in over 50 countries. So we usually attend climate conferences that happen every year. So we've been at COP26, COP27, the SP56, and now at the SP58 in Bonn. And we're very, very happy to be here. So what my association does, it's the mission of IAS is to promote the exchange of knowledge, experiences in the field of agriculture and related sciences. So we try to create a project we call the AAA, Aspiration, Advocacy and Action. We try to network and create a global network of students in this field. And advocacy, we try to advocate for the needs of the local communities and drive resilience and social change by our different projects that we have all over the world. And thirdly, action. We have locally made projects that we call the Village Concept projects, where we create impactful experiences in villages all over the world. So our delegation, we're about 10 people on the first week and 10 people on the second week. So what we are trying to do, first of all, networking. This is a huge event, as you can see. There are many people coming from all over the world. People from governments, people from intergovernmental agencies, people from the United Nations, agencies like the FAO, IFAD, and so on. There are private sector entities and there are global organizations, and of course there are youth organizations. So I was able to meet students from France, students from different universities all over the world, even children, and youth organizations. And we are gathering through YONGO, which is the Youth Constituency with the UNFCCC here. So first, networking. Secondly, we are following up negotiations. Me particularly, I'm following up the agriculture negotiations since I'm an agriculture student. And by the way, I am an exchange student at Agro-Paritech. That's the second thing we are doing. And thirdly, we are organizing side events, participating in side events, checking what are the current discussions that are happening, and finding ways to also include our voice and bringing in our opinion. So this is what we are doing here. There aren't that many. There's just one negotiation that has been going on since COP23, I think. It was called Coronivia Joint Work on Agriculture, and they changed the name since last COP in Egypt to Sharm el-Sheikh Joint Work on Implementation of Climate Action in Agriculture and Food Security. So this joint work, it's basically just an abstract decision. It's not a concrete action plan or something that will directly influence farmers or agriculture in any country for the moment. So what has been being discussed now on the first day, 2 days ago, and then today was like what it would be the roadmap of this joint work for 4 years. So what would be, what should be done at this SB, at the next COP, at the next SB, at the following COP for 4 years, and what workshops should be taking place to ensure that these decisions that were not concrete, that they are concrete. So what can be done exactly in the future? So for the moment, it's still a bit unclear how this will move. So we are following up closely in the negotiation room with parties, with observers, what's going to happen, and hopefully by the end of SP we will have a clear decision on the process and on the roadmap, and also on the workshop topics that will be taking place. So tomorrow there is a session at 3 p.m. In which there will be discussions around the workshop topics and also on the roadmap. So the European Union and Kenya, on behalf of G77, proposed 2 texts in which which will be merged by the co-facilitators, which are Italy and Peru, and then from there all parties and observers will be making throughout this SB comments and suggestions to make a final decision by the end of this SB. First of all, this is the only agriculture negotiation at COP or at the UNFCCC system. I think it is very important to discuss agriculture because it has not been the case for many years. But then when you go to the negotiation room, and then when you see, I mean, last year and the year before and at SB, you see that countries can spend a lot of time discussing, you know, very unimportant stuff like the commas where they should be put in the text, or how the paragraph should look like, and much less on the content. So this is like really important for the future to also see how we can improve that. Like how can we go more on the content and less on the details. So that's the first thing that we have been noticing. And then secondly, on implementation, like a lot of these texts are more of concepts and less of concrete programs. So hopefully, really soon after these workshops will start taking place, we will be seeing more of concrete actions and concrete programs, especially if there is like a coordination unit or group that is helping deliver these outcomes we want.